Have you ever wondered about those creepy one-eyed stones? You know the ones I'm talking about. They're present in several Zelda games. Normally they tell you the time if you strike them with your sword. You can use a mask to get hints and advice from them. Yeah, those stones. Throughout the games they're present in, they're never given an actual explanation as to what they are or why they exist at all or how they're even able to speak to Link. So let's try to answer those questions in this video. These stones, which are called Gossip Stones or even Boing statues in one game they're in, are featured in the games Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Phantom Hourglass, Spirit Tracks, and Skyward Sword. In each game they serve a similar purpose. They gossip. In Phantom Hourglass, they're literally described as being, quote, quite the little chatterboxes, end quote. In-game, you can see this is the truth. If you strike a Gossip Stone in Ocarina of Time, which is the first game they were introduced in, the stones will bounce or boing around and reveal the time of day in-game after they've finished boinging. But their real chatterbox nature comes to fruition in Ocarina of Time if Link speaks to a stone while wearing the mysterious Mask of Truth, which unlocks more dialogue resulting in revealed secrets and hints about other special items or places in-game. Now this is all super cool and helpful, but how do they know this information? And how do they even work? Here's what I think, and I'll get to explaining this in just a sec, but since I love just, jumping ahead, I'm gonna go ahead and tell you my theory statement. I believe the Gossip Stones are made of the luminous rocks we find in Breath of the Wild, and imbued with the souls of dead Sheikah who keep eternal watch over the people of Hyrule. Now, does that sound crazy? Because I realize it might, but just hang in there. I'm gonna piece this together in a very informative way. Firstly, we know beyond a shadow of a doubt that these stones are related to the Sheikah directly. Not only did they make their in-game debut in Ocarina of Time, which also just so happened to debut the first appearance of the Sheikah tribe's iconic teardrop symbol, but they literally have the Sheikah teardrop slapped on the face of every Gossip Stone. Additionally, as mentioned before, if young Link completes the mask trading sequence in Ocarina of Time, he can borrow the mysterious Mask of Truth, which is confirmed to be a Sheikah mask. The Happy Mask salesman himself says, quote, "This is the Mask of Truth. It is a mysterious mask passed down by the Sheikah. Plain and simple." If Link wears this mask and speaks with a Gossip Stone, the stone will then speak to Link about Hyrule and its inhabitants, instead of simply telling Link what time it is. This confirms the stones as essentially being Sheikah technology. Secondly, Hyrule has a dark past that bears some major concern for the protectors of the royal family. In the Shadow Temple of Ocarina of Time, Hyrule is stated to have a bloody history of greed and hatred. This dark past has historically led to wars and even a couple demon kings here and there, normal stuff. But the Sheikah are sworn allies of the royal family, meaning they protect them at all costs. How do they protect them? Well, this tribe is also referred to as Shadow Folk, preferring to operate from the shadows out of sight and out of mind. Like the Brotherhood from Assassin's Creed. It's a known fact about the tribe that they prefer to work from the shadows, and with their own symbol being an eye that never shuts. I don't think it's too far a stretch of the imagination to imply that they essentially set up a bunch of security cameras all over Hyrule to keep watch on evil and the like. This is, after all, a very effective strategy for information and safety that we use all over the place in real life today. If the Sheikah had the technology, why wouldn't they? Thirdly, I know what you're thinking. This is cool and all, but how in the world would they make stones that do this stuff? Well, here's an answer for you. They don't make them. They simply imbue them. In the game Breath of the Wild, there are tons of a certain kind of rock called Luminous Stone that is seen to be originating from the crust of Hyrule itself. Luminous Stones glow with the souls of the dead according to in-game lore. So why should the stone be only present in Breath of the Wild? After all, rocks are among the most ancient materials known to man, if not the most ancient. I think it's very safe to say that the Luminous Stones were always present in Hyrule, and are only more apparent in Breath of the Wild because the Hyrule you see in Breath of the Wild is a post-flood Hyrule. Don't believe me? Check out the rock salt item, you'll see for yourself. Anyway, the Sheikah are no strangers to literally embarking on eternal missions dedicated to serving Hylia and assisting the hero. Just look at the Sheikah monks in Breath of the Wild. They've been motionless and dormant for at least 10,000 years. Is it really so hard to believe now that some of the Sheikah who pass away or are at the end of their lives choose to live out their days as a watch, a remnant spirit residing in stone serving the royal family in death? I mean, what greater honor is there than spending your entire eternity serving your deity and assisting the chosen hero? So you may be convinced by my theory by now because, I mean, why wouldn't you be? But there's one last very important question to ask. Why are there none present in Breath of the Wild? I think this has a simple answer personally. While it's possible that due to calamities and such, the stones were destroyed, I think they could have all been removed from their positions when the Hylians began to scorn the Sheikah. The Sheikah man named Kato in Breath of the Wild tells us that the Hylians feared Sheikah technology, and thus the technology was buried away and hidden from Hylians following the events of Calamity Ganon's initial appearance 10,000 years ago. On the same note, why would they save the Gossip Stones from the same fate? I think it's possible that the stones are still there, just way under the ground. But of course, this is all speculation. What do you think? Are the Gossip Stones the souls of dead Sheikah still buried underground, or something else? Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. Please be sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed the content and subscribe with that sweet bell if you haven't already for top-notch Zelda content. We are so close to 10,000 subscribers. Won't you help us hit that goal? I can't wait to see what we can accomplish together. Also, huge thank you as always to my Patreon supporters. If you're interested in getting your name featured in a video and pre-access to my content, please check the link in the description below and check out the support tiers. Also, join our Discord server to jump into our growing community. I believe that's all I got for you, so I hope you have a great rest of your day. Peace!